Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, 3 people are in custody following an alleged home invasion in Norridgewock.
Plus, drivers are urged to be extra careful this time of year when the most traffic fatalities happen on Maine's roads.
And they're planning a stirring ceremony this weekend as the annual Wreaths Across America convoy hits the road.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have those stories and more coming up, including our letters from Santa. Santa will visit us once again and read letters from local children, so we'll look forward to that. But first, check out that forecast. It's another icy start to the day.
Yeah, seems like it. Time to, it's that time of year to heat up your car before you head out on the road.
I agree. I made the mistake of not doing that today.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in with Devin Biggs for that full forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, not too bad out there. Some clouds have been developing from time to time. We're going to lose those, though, as we'll be under a mostly sunny sky today. It will be very beautiful out there. Get outside and enjoy it. Maybe a little bit cool. That'll be okay. Just throw the coat on and you will be okay. There's a little bit of snow moving into parts of the Northeast. That will leave us alone as high pressure is not too far away. This will keep us nice for a few days, but some active weather will be on the way late in the weekend and at parts of next week. But for today, though, looking very nice out there with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds to the south. And we're looking pretty good later on tonight as well. As we move forward with the wind, not too bad, roughly out of the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll keep that going tonight and even in the parts of tomorrow. But again, late this weekend and the parts of next week, gusty winds will be on the way, and some of those may get on the strong side from time to time. For today, we'll stay upper 20s, mostly sunny, with that northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 7 degrees, getting cold out there again with a mostly clear sky. The northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you later on. 3 people are in custody this morning after an incident in Norridgewock that sent schools into lockdown and shuttered local businesses. Police were called to a home on the airport road for a reported home invasion and armed robbery around 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, 2 males and a female entered the home and allegedly proceeded to assault the resident of the home and take a large sum of money. They say when deputies arrived, the suspects had already fled into the woods on foot. The State Police Tactical Team, Fairfield Police, Skowhegan Police, and a Forest Service helicopter were all called in to assist the Sheriff's Office as they searched the airport road and Route 2 area.
It was a great example of teamwork, collaboration. There was a lot of communications that took place for this to be a successful event. Right.
Sheriff Lancaster says they were able to capture the female suspect fairly quickly, and later in the afternoon, 2 other suspects were also located near the Baker farm. All 3 are currently facing Class A armed robbery charges and have not yet been identified. Sheriff Lancaster says the resident of the home did not sustain any life-threatening injuries during the incident, and he says the investigation is ongoing and that more charges may be filed in the case.
It was a very happy day at Central Maine Medical Center on Wednesday, where one of the Lewiston mass shooting victims was released from the hospital. A month and a half after the shootings, healthcare workers lined the hallways for an emotional send-off. The patient hasn't been named, but officials say he went through a complicated surgery and weeks of recovery. 18 people were killed and 13 were injured when a gunman opened fire at 2 locations. Wednesday's discharge leaves just one of the shooting victims left at the hospital. That person remains in stable condition.
Well, a candlelight vigil on Union Street in Bangor last night honored the memories of 3 people who lost their lives in a fire. Our Doug Banks with that story.
2 years ago, 5 people took shelter in an abandoned home across from a Union Street church in Bangor after being removed from a homeless encampment. Tragically, a fire broke out on December 5th. Of those 5, Andrew Allen, Dylan Smith, and Timmy Tuttle did not make it out alive. Wednesday night, a vigil honored their memory.
Camping out in a house that is not up to code and trying to light fires to stay warm is an act of desperation. But seeing people turn out even in a cold night like this when they have no obligation to do it does give me a lot of hope. They're recognizing them as individuals rather than a demographic.
What led to the deaths of these 3 individuals was vastly systemic. The unhoused community which might be constantly in survival mode. So they're not able to go to funerals and take the space to really properly grieve.
If there's one thing to take away from this empty lot sitting across from 193 Union Street, it's that there needs to be a change, and it needs to happen now.
We need government to really step up. We've had unprecedented amounts of money come into the area through the American Rescue Plan Act. I look at this empty lot and I think we need to build. We need to build more houses.
For people here, even when the last candle ceases to burn, the memory of these three men shines on.
Homeless people don't pop out of the ground, you know. There are conditions that create them in lives that precede this. And for every unhoused community member here, there is a tragic story in which the system has failed them.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A rare sight in Augusta on Wednesday, as all three branches of government were involved in a case at the Maine Supreme Judicial Court. Our Augusta reporter, Corey Bouchard, was there and has more on how this case came to be.
This is a significant dispute between two branches of government that affect matters of public interest.
On Wednesday, the Maine Supreme Judicial Court heard arguments in the case of the Government Oversight Committee v. Maine DHHS. The case revolves around whether or not DHHS has to comply with subpoenas issued by the committee for confidential records related to the 4 child deaths they are investigating.
This court has already answered the question with an unequivocal yes. The executive branch cannot withhold documents from the legislature simply because they are not publicly available. For over 50 years, this court has recognized that an investigative committee may compel production of confidential records unless expressly prohibited by statute.
Arguments made by the GOC cited a 1970 Maine Supreme Court case, Maine Sugars v. Maine Industrial Building Authority, in which the court ruled that confidential documents must be turned over to an investigative committee when subpoenaed. The Attorney General's office, which is representing Maine DHHS, disagrees and says this is about maintaining separation of powers.
By rejecting the GOC's novel claims and affirming the Superior Court's reasoned decision, this court can, in fact, preserve the carefully calibrated balance between and among our 3 branches of government.
The Supreme Court didn't issue a ruling on the arguments made Wednesday, but says a written ruling is expected soon due to the January 3rd start date of the new legislative session. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Now the news this morning, a budget signed this week by Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey clears the way for utilities to recover added costs caused by the delays of a project to bring Canadian hydropower to the New England grid. The 145-mile transmission line, known as the CMP corridor, will stretch from Lewiston to the Canadian border. The head of Central Maine Power's corporate parent company, Avangrid, previously said the cost of the $1 billion project grew to $1.5 billion because of delays and inflation during a prolonged court battle. It received all regulatory approvals but was plagued by delays and litigation, and also a referendum in which Maine voters said no to the project. However, it was allowed to move forward after a Maine jury concluded that the developers had a constitutional right to proceed despite the referendum. Legislation, including the supplemental budget approved on Monday, allows transmission service agreements to be renegotiated by utilities, and those costs will ultimately be passed on to Massachusetts ratepayers. Construction on the project is expected to resume in August.
According to the National Road Safety Foundation, the year-end holiday period from Thanksgiving through New Year's is one of the most dangerous times to drive. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with officials about important travel safety reminders this season.
It's a sad thing when a family have to get that knock on the door because someone has been killed in a car crash.
Traffic crashes are a leading cause of death during the winter holiday season.
We average about 6,400 traffic deaths nationwide, and a lot of this is attributed to impairment.
The National Road Safety Foundation says alcohol, fatigue, and distracted driving are often the major factors in fatal holiday crashes. Those factors, coupled with winter weather, call for elevated levels of caution this time of year.
We have weather that alters plans, and folks are so focused on wanting to be part of something positive, and so they're going to continue to travel. We see an increase of traffic crashes.
Law enforcement say this is often one of the most difficult times of the year for public safety officials.
Most traffic crashes certainly.
Anyway, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
No problem with the tape there.
You have
But
not seen.
You got to just be careful out on main roads.
Yep.
Yep.
It seems like it, especially when everything freezes over after a big snow.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, the time now is 8:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a big ceremony will be held in Ellsworth this weekend as the Wreaths Across America convoy sets out on this year's mission. We'll have the details.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. Another cold day ahead today, folks. Mostly sunny with highs around 27 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear with lows dropping down to a very chilly 7 degrees. Tomorrow, much like today, a little bit warmer though, mostly sunny with highs around freezing.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Rotor, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
When Fire Farms wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Fire Farms is Belfast's #1 dispensary, offering a great selection of glass pipes, water pipes, CBD products, and much more. Stop by Fire Farms today for the best deals and products around.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
What secret celebrity is hidden inside our super sphere? I don't have a clue. That's my mama.
January 3rd, it's the ultimate new celebrity guessing game. Hear their talented relatives sing. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Figure out which superstar they're related to.
Who does he remind you of?
She looks like she could be in his family.
I know that voice.
And win life-changing money.
Who is the celebrity behind the relative? You got it right.
We Are Family premieres January 3rd on Fox.
Wreaths Across America's escort to Arlington is the country's largest Veterans Parade, and it begins this Sunday in Ellsworth. Matthew Dronsick has the details.
A decade ago, the Hancock County Sheriff's Department made it a tradition to host Wreath Across America in its quest of honoring veterans at Arlington National Cemetery. It's since become more than a tradition. It's a reminder to never forget.
We care for each and every veteran, whether they are serving, actively serving, they are deceased. We still want the family members to know we support their sacrifices.
Before embarking to Arlington, a ceremony is held for veterans and their families, honoring their service and work overseas. A tradition that's seen much success and continues to grow.
2 years ago, we started a piece called Welcome Home. And it's a ceremony where we welcome our Vietnam veterans with a pinning ceremony. Last year, we had over 20 Vietnam veterans that came and were so pleased by the first year that they wanted to be recognized last year.
Due to frigid temperatures, this year's ceremony will be held inside the Ellsworth Down East family's YMCA gymnasium. It's the first time the ceremony has been held indoors. Despite being a first, Down East Family YMCA's Associate Executive Officer Jenny Wood says this has a special place in her heart.
My dad served in the Navy, and he is a veteran. He has now passed on. This means so much to me and to this Y, for all those families out there that have lost loved ones, still have loved ones with us, that we're able to offer this.
Veterans like William Stubbs say they appreciate the support they get from the community.
It made me feel that they cared. Somebody cared to put this on, to honor us. These older ones that, that they bring them, give them some awards and recognize their names and everything, and when they stand up there, and That place is clapping, and they well deserve it. They well deserve it.
This year's ceremony will feature a guest speaker and performances by the Cave Hill School and Jolly Juniors 4-H Club. In Ellsworth, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And our own Susan Farley will be the MC for that event on Sunday.
Quite an honor for her. Well, meanwhile, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is asking the community for help with their annual Secret Santa initiative. For the past 9 years, the Sheriff's Office has been collecting donations during the winter months to help people with their basic needs. The money donated goes towards purchasing groceries, helping rural food banks, and providing a few special gifts along the way. The Sheriff's Office says whether it is paying for someone's gasoline or showing up at a grocery store and covering people's tabs, it leaves an impact on the officers and the community.
Sometimes our officers are asked to do difficult things, and they're not always in the positive light. And many of us don't have the financial resources to be able to go out and do these events on their own. But as a group, to be able to go out as law enforcement together and provide these blessings through our Secret Santa initiative to individuals all over the county is amazing.
Donations will be accepted well beyond the holidays as they plan to continue giving back to the community all through the winter season. Cash or checks can be dropped off or emailed to the Sheriff's Office at 85 Hammond Street in the city of Bangor. Nice thing they're doing there.
Yeah, that generosity doesn't go unappreciated. Yeah. Okay, the time now is 8:16. After the break, we'll have more details on how you can donate a box of Maine to a soldier overseas this holiday season.
Plus, a look at that weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Choosing Miracle Ear was a great decision. Like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment. The quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only Candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
Season's greetings from Top Notch Detailing in Herman. Happy holidays from TB Equipment and Rental, your full-service Hyundai construction equipment dealer. Merry Christmas from Jackson's Automotive. We have the automotive expertise that you're looking for.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects: biology.
Name an animal with the long neck.
Dinosaur, long neck, yeah.
Let me ask you something. When the last time you seen one?
Anatomy.
Name a part of Steve Harvey that a woman might want to kiss.
Your six-pack.
The six-pack? Does she know who Steve Harvey is? You got to dig for it, but it's in there.
Get schooled with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
They say there's no place like home for the holidays, but for many of our servicemen and women, that's just not an option. So a local business is sending our Maine soldiers a little taste of home. Devin Dagnall tells us more.
Our soldiers sacrifice everything for us every day, and so it's the least that we can do just to show our support and appreciation.
For just $50, you can send a Maine soldier the best parts of home, borrowing their family, in a personally curated gift box through Box of Maine. The boxes are filled with a variety of Pine State goodies like Moxie, Humpty Dumpty chips, and Red Snapper hot dogs, just to name a few. According to Box of Maine operations manager Brian Boutot, even though it seems small, something from home means a lot to these troops during the holidays.
It's nice to be able to give them a taste of Maine, a taste of home, just some encouragement. You'd be amazed what just a bag of beef jerky or a balsam fir pillow can mean to somebody that's been gone for 6 months.
Since its initial run with the Maine Veterans Project last year, the sponsor Maine Soldier Box program has already grown considerably.
We've already broken 100 this year, which is awesome because that was our goal, but the names just keep on flowing in. So there's actually more soldiers being deployed this year than there was last year, and we still have more people on our list to send care packages to.
The best part is you don't have to know a Maine soldier to sponsor their box, so as long as you can pay, Box of Maine will take care of the rest. To sponsor a Maine soldier, visit boxofmaine.com/Maine soldier or follow the link on our website, foxbangor.com. In Brewer, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
How neat will that be when they open that box and they see some little taste of Maine in there?
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, too, that storefront, you must be able to go in and pick from the options.
I think they have many different options there. I think it's right over in Brewer by 395 Bridge.
I've been to the salon right in that same little plaza.
Old Nissan Bakery facility over there.
Yep.
So
it's tucked away.
I don't know over there. Yeah, they have a lot of options with, you can buy big boxes, small boxes, and put in it what you want.
Amazing.
So,
yeah,
pretty neat.
I love it. And a good Christmas gift for anybody, really. Yeah. Okay, the time now is 8:21.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, a few clouds have been developing in the eastern parts of the state, but otherwise we're looking pretty good out there. It will be a very nice day filled with a lot of sunshine, so if you have reasons to get outside, shouldn't be too bad. Maybe a little bit cool out there, but just have the winter coats ready to go, and you will be fine. High pressure is not too far away. That will keep us nice. There's a little bit of a front further down to the south, sending some snow chances in the parts of the northeast like New York and even in parts of Pennsylvania. That will leave us alone, though. We will be dry for the next few days, so with a lot of sunshine as well. Let's check it on the wave heights right now. They're around 2 to 6 feet according to the buoys out there. There was a small crowd advisory in effect earlier this morning. That is being dropped as we speak, so we get to say goodbye to that one. But there might be more active weather on the way soon, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. So futurecast moving forward in the short term, not too bad. A lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. From time to time, we'll keep some clouds in the northern parts of the state tonight. But as we move ahead towards tomorrow, though, and even tonight and tomorrow for that matter, looking pretty good. Hardly any clouds, so we'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off for your Friday. A very beautiful day out there as well. Then maybe a few clouds on the way as we head towards Friday evening, and maybe a few more clouds again as we head towards Saturday morning as well. Longer term, though, here we are at Sunday, especially by Sunday afternoon or the evening. We're going to be watching for rain and some strong gusty winds. So there's even some probabilities getting close to maybe 60-mile-per-hour winds in a few spots as we head towards Sunday night into parts of Monday. Look how stacked the pressure gradient is. We will need to keep an eye on this too as we head towards Sunday night into Monday. Decent chances for rain, maybe heavy rainfall as well as we head towards Monday morning, and maybe switching to a little bit of snow in the northern parts of the state before this thing gets out of here Monday night and the parts of Tuesday morning. Plenty of time to watch it, but we'll keep an eye on this as we do move forward. Average temperature is 37 degrees. We'll do upper 20s today, lower 30s Friday, upper 30s Saturday, and here we go, 50 Sunday into Monday, then to cool down Tuesday and Wednesday back into the 30s. So your forecast coming up for today, upper 20s, mostly sunny. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, 7 degrees and a mostly clear sky. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Already Joe's Market extended forecast, mostly cloudy on Saturday with highs in the upper 30s. Look at that warm up, lower 50s for your Sunday with a mostly cloudy sky, and rain and wind moving for the day on Monday with highs in the mid-50s.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. With so many mesothelioma lawyers on television, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? Our goal is to get you as much as you deserve. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Call us now. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Call 1-800-602-5800.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
An ongoing investigation in Las Vegas after a shooter opens fire, killing multiple people at the University of Nevada. As of this morning, police are saying that 3 people have been killed. A 4th victim was injured from a gunshot wound but is reportedly in stable condition. The suspected shooter was a professor who unsuccessfully sought a job at the school and was killed in a shootout with police. It was just after noon on Wednesday when panic broke out following a post from the school on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter, saying they were responding to an active shooter. More than 30,000 students and staff were told this is not a test. Run, hide, fight this attack, sending shockwaves through a city still scarred by the deaths of 60 people in a 2017 mass shooting. Authorities say they are still investigating a motive for the school shooting.
Israeli forces are battling Hamas militants across Gaza in intense fighting that has prevented the distribution of vital aid in much of the territory. The same type of devastation and mass displacement seen in the north is now coming in the south. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is in Ashkelon, Israel, with the latest.
Ferocious fighting by Israeli forces in the center of the Hamas stronghold of Khan Yunis, the second biggest city in Gaza. House-to-house combat, militants around any corner. The Israeli Defense Force claims troops have encircled the home of the Gaza leader of Hamas and October 7th mastermind Yahya Sinwar.
He can't escape, but it's only a matter of time before we get him.
Israel also said to have uncovered in central Gaza the biggest Hamas weapon stash so far. Long-range rockets, anti-tank missiles, drones. This as the IDF continues to blast Gaza with airstrikes, 250 in the last 24 hours. Leaving even more devastation on the ground, 600,000 told to evacuate with little room to move. Aid still mostly held up, but the U.S. says it's still trying to get it in.
I think in the coming days you'll see yet another U.S. military airlift of aid and assistance going into Egypt.
Also caught in the fighting, the 138 hostages still being held in Gaza. Hamas saying no more will be released without a halt in the fighting. Not looking likely now.
We have not lost sight, not for one moment, of our critical mission to rescue our hostages.
Among those freed, amid tales of horror and sexual abuse, some good stories. 17-year-old Maya Leinberg telling of hardship, but also how her dog Bella, who she brought along, helped her through the ordeal.
I'm just so happy that I managed to do this journey with her.
And the U.S. could be getting more involved here. Attorney General Merrick Garland saying today that the Justice Department is investigating and could seek charges against Hamas members who killed 30 Americans on October 7th and kidnapped more. We will hold those responsible, he said. In Ashkelon, Israel, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Since Israeli forces have unleashed an aerial and ground blitz against Hamas in Gaza on October 7th, at least 16,015 Palestinians have been killed, this according to Gaza Health Ministry figures. And 1,200 people have been killed in Hamas's excursion into Israel, according to Israeli tallies.
Well, meanwhile, the stagnant housing market may be in its last days. If you're looking to purchase a home in 2024, well, it may be your year. A number of significant improvements to the housing market are coming soon. That's according to Redfin. The real estate brokerage predicts home prices will drop 1% year over year. And the company also says mortgage rates are expected to fall steadily, but will likely stay above 6%. And if you think there isn't enough variety to choose from, Redfin says you can expect more homes to be added to the market. 2024 will also bring changes to the real estate industry. Redfin says potential home buyers are expected to work directly with the listing agent, a trend that has been happening for the last few years, and will help save buyers thousands of dollars in agent and commission fees. Anything that will save money when it comes to finding a home will be helpful these days.
I know. I think a lot of people are sitting on a down payment and they're just like, this is not a good time to buy.
No, it isn't.
Yep. Okay, coming up on the second half of the newscast, iconic country singer Dolly Parton has made it possible for local students to have more reading material.
That and a visit with Santa Claus himself as Good Morning Maine continues.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, December 7th, 2023. And this is also National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. It was on this day in 1941 when Japanese forces launched a surprise attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
More than 2,400 people were killed when Japanese aircraft attacked the fleet, along with other troops that were stationed on the island, thrusting the U.S. into World War II. A special wreath-laying ceremony will be held at noon today along the Williard C. Orr footbridge in downtown Bangor. That's the one by the parking garage across the Kenduskeag. There will be a 21-gun salute, and a wreath will be cast into the Kenduskeag to honor all the victims. And they certainly welcome the public if they want to show up.
Yeah.
Bangor High School's Junior ROTC is there every year. They'll be helping with that, and they'll have special speakers. And it's an important thing to remember that terrible day that will live in infamy,
right,
as they say.
Right. And if we don't, practice memorializing it as we are today, then things like this often do go forgotten.
You got to tell the stories to keep the stories alive.
Yep.
Indeed.
Absolutely. And I got to,
yeah.
Whoops, I made the mistake of not, I thought I turned this off this morning.
Yeah.
My bad.
We were listening to Chaka Khan earlier.
I know,
yeah,
I know.
Good stuff. So anyway.
Okay, well, on this day in history, in 1787, Delaware became the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. Because of this, it's often called the first state. In 1926, the gas-operated refrigerator was patented by the Electrolux Corporation. Gas-operated? I'm confused.
You still have, you can still get like a propane powered refrigerator. It's great for camps and places that don't have electricity.
Oh.
So you can run all your appliances right on propane,
Right.
including the fridge.
Oh, yeah, of course, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should have said propane, but.
Yeah, still interesting, I forget. In 1946, a fire at the Wincoff Hotel in Atlanta killed 119 people, becoming America's worst hotel fire disaster. And in 1987, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev set foot on the American soil for the first time. He came to the U.S. for a Cold War summit with President Ronald Reagan to discuss nuclear arms reductions.
Back to that, looking back, I'm thinking about the propane-fired refrigerator, too.
Yeah.
Back then, a lot of people didn't have electricity yet.
Right.
They were still laying lines and things like that. So this is something people could use at their homes. Before that, they had to go get a big chunk of ice or something and put it in the ice box. And
yeah.
so,
I'd say the average person didn't have a fridge at that time either.
Life's changed changed around that time for everybody living around here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on now. Back in 1995, the Galileo spacecraft arrived at Jupiter after a 6-year journey to study the planet before it was intentionally destroyed in Jupiter's atmosphere. Today's birthdays include former Boston Celtics great Larry Bird, who is 67 years old today. Singer Sarah Bareilles turns 44, and actor Nicholas Hoult is 34 years old. He's another one of those kind of up-and-coming actors. I've seen a few of his things, and he's a pretty funny guy, too.
I know.
Does a good job.
I like a lot of his movies. I know we both watched Renfield recently.
Yeah.
That one cracked me up.
Yeah, it was funny. It was silly and just goofy, just what I wanted that day.
Right.
But, yeah.
I mean, that's part of that genre of kind of horror,
yeah,
but kind of also just goofy.
Yeah,
and I love it.
It was a comedy.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Okay, moving right along. It's another chilly day. At least the sun is out, so if you're okay with... I saw somebody going for a jog in their shorts still, despite the weather yesterday,
it won't stop 'em.
which I'm not surprised by. It's Maine. We're tough.
Some people just love it when it gets this cold, too.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
me, not so much.
Yeah,
You know.
same. Hey, let's throw it over to Devin Biggs for a look at that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, not too bad out there. Some clouds have been developing from time to time. We're going to lose those, though, as we'll be under a mostly sunny sky today. It will be very beautiful out there. Get outside and enjoy it. Maybe a little bit cool, but that'll be okay. Just throw the coat on and you will be okay. There's a little bit of snow moving into parts of the Northeast. That will leave us alone as high pressure is not too far away. This will keep us nice for a few days, but some active weather will be on the way late in the weekend and at parts of next week. But for today, though, looking very nice out there with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds to the south, and we're looking pretty good later on tonight as well. As we move forward with the wind, not too bad, roughly out of the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll keep that going tonight and even in the parts of tomorrow. But again, late this weekend and the parts of next week, gusty winds will be on the way, and some of those may get on the strong side from time to time. For today, we'll stay upper 20s, mostly sunny, with that northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 7 degrees, getting cold out there again with a mostly clear sky. The northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny, northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin.
All right, well, Governor Janet Mills launched the statewide expansion of a program to provide free books to kids in Bangor yesterday. It's all part of a partnership with an organization started by singer-songwriter Dolly Parton. At the Bangor Public Library yesterday morning, Governor Mills announced that 4,500 Maine kids are currently receiving books through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Each child enrolled in the program receives 1 book per month from birth to age 5 at no cost to their family.
I'm thrilled that we'll be working with Lori Fisher and her state library to ensure that every young child in Maine has access to books early in life. So happy reading, Maine, and remember that I will always love you.
Supporting childhood literacy also has important impacts on our economy. Our state needs every person to contribute to our society, and that starts with giving them skills of this sort at an early age.
Last year, the legislature approved $200,000 to expand the program statewide. Currently, the Maine State Library is working with the Dollywood Foundation to bring the program to all 16 counties in the state, with the goal of enrolling 65% of all age-eligible children into the program. To learn more, visit imaginationlibrary.com. 1 book a month is quite a few books. That adds up.
That's a lot.
I love it.
Yeah, nice thing the foundation is doing. I think Dolly Parton should run for president.
I know, right?
I'd vote for her tomorrow.
Yeah, I love her.
So,
yeah. She's a really well-rounded entertainer and public figure and philanthropist.
Pretty smart, too.
Wicked
the more you get to
smart.
know her, she knows her stuff, but
Yeah.
just a big heart, too.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
I know. There's this quote from her, I have to paraphrase it, but she's referring to how people think, you know, the thing about dumb blondes.
Yeah.
But she's like, hey, this is actually a good thing if they think you're not smart, and don't let them know about that.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Still to come here this morning, we'll hear from some local 3rd graders who have made it their mission to make Wednesdays a bit more dapper.
We'll have the story and a visit from Santa as Good Morning Maine continues.
We have 2 twin boys, Will and Wyatt. Investing in a fund that can allow them to go to a trade school or can allow them to go to a university and give them those varying options is something that we really liked about the Next Gen 529.
We decided, hey, we could do, $5 every 2 weeks for both of them.
And remind ourselves like we're doing the best we can for our kids.
To learn more about Next Gen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our stable lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of either a $25 gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor or from Chick-fil-A in Bangor. Brought to you by Mainly Eyes in Bangor, Twin City Tile in Brewer, Twin City Tint in Brewer, and Winterport Sheds. Compete all season long for the grand prize of $5,000. It's You Pick'em NFL from foxbangor.com.
The holidays are here and scammers are putting in extra hours. Keep these tips in mind. Carefully research any charity prior to making a donation and be selective when giving out banking information. When buying gift cards, stick to stores you know and trust and keep your receipts. When shopping online, look for HTTPS in the address bar to ensure you are on a secure website. Finally, trust your gut. If the deal appears too good to be true, it probably is. With these tips in mind, have a great holiday season from Bangor PD. We'll be here if you need us.
Young Sheldon Boy Genius, a small town boy with a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Welcome back, everyone. Forget Casual Friday. A new weekday tradition is taking one elementary school by storm, thanks to a couple of sharply dressed third graders.
Our David Ledford brings us their story.
You start dressing up.
If you were to walk down the halls of Chelsea Elementary School on a Wednesday morning, you'd be forgiven for thinking they were gearing up for this year's big dance. But for them, it's just another day at school. Every week for the past few months, students hit the bus in their nicest suits, dresses, and neckties for Dapper Wednesday.
I just like how people say, nice, I look good. I like how people say that.
The tradition began when a second grade student started wearing his suit to school. After that, his friend joined in. Soon after that, a bus driver. And before you knew it, the whole school was taking part.
These two boys are sitting there with suits, so I went up. I looked at them and said, you guys wear your suits again, and I'm in.
I went home one day, and I told my mom I'm wearing my suit every Wednesday.
Staff say the trend caught on quickly, and for kids who don't have the means to dress up each week,
Mr. P was very generous, and he got 40 ties, and he went around the school, and he gave them ties if they needed any.
Once we started this and it was going on, I just wanted to make sure that it was open for everybody. If a kid doesn't have a tie, we get him a tie.
Educators say Dapper Wednesday isn't just about looking good, it's also about feeling good.
I think the self-esteem for students is just jumps up, and seeing them smile and feel good about themselves. You can tell just by looking at them that there's a difference.
Only in the third grade, the two young men who started it all are already thinking about the legacy they'll leave behind.
I hope it goes for a while, even after we've gone out of college.
In Chelsea, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
I love that story.
Wow.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, a couple of young gentlemen.
Yep.
I love that quote too. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good.
It's part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, moving on now. Singer-songwriter Taylor Swift is Time Magazine's new Person of the Year.
Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Los Angeles.
Cheers and applause on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange as Time Magazine celebrated naming Taylor Swift the 2023 Person of the Year. The pop superstar selected by editors as the individual considered to have had the most influence on the world this past year. beating out contenders Barbie, Hollywood Strikers, and King Charles III. Time magazine saying while her popularity has grown across the decades, this is the year that Swift achieved the kind of nuclear fusion, shooting art and commerce together to release an energy of historic force.
To think of why they picked the person of the year, moved economies, generated an enormous amount of economic value.
Her sold-out Eras tour expected to generate a jaw-dropping $5 billion in consumer spending, more gross domestic product than 50 countries combined. Plus, Swift released this year a 3-hour IMAX film earning more than $250 million as of last month.
She's just like an incredible person. I think she has like such a beautiful aura.
And while her professional career exploded, it was her personal life that garnered overwhelming attention.
We're lucky we've had her twice now.
Swift's high-profile relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, uniting Swifties and football fans.
What is the latest status?
Spice it up.
The latest status is I got to see her last week. That's the latest status right there.
In her Time Person of the Year cover story, Taylor opens up about her relationship, admitting football is, quote, awesome and a sport that she's been missing out her whole life. In Los Angeles, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And when we return, we'll have the big man himself, Mr. Claus, will be in studio to talk about Christmas and read a letter or two.
Don't go away.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or $2,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
As we age, we want to keep our independent spirit. As Mainers, we want to live life our way. That means enjoying everything life offers us here in Maine. It means making choices that can help you live your best life. Choices like your healthcare coverage and your healthcare team, so you can be prepared for almost anything. United Healthcare and Northern Light Health are working together in Maine to help keep you healthier, so you can live life to the fullest. If you're eligible for Medicare, you may be able to enroll in a United Healthcare Northern Light Health Medicare Advantage plan today. Take the step to make sure you have the coverage you need to help keep you active and thriving as you age. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-203-7205 or visit uhcnewengland.com.
The best value for your money is only at the Furniture Gallery. And as the end of year approaches, it's time for our end of year blowout sale, where you can save up to 70% off brand name mattresses and furniture. At the Furniture Gallery, we're slashing prices like never before. Quantities are limited and they won't last long, so hurry in and save big. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase those special items you've been looking for all year. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I've got to tell you, I'm very excited about this segment. We're visited once again by old St. Nick himself, Santa Claus, in the studio. Thanks for coming in.
It's great to be with you again today.
I feel like we're old friends, you know?
Well,
we've known each other a long time.
I've known you for a long time. I have to watch the naughty and nice list.
I know.
You
know. I've been on the naughty list a few times, but
Are there any hints for Craig this year about what list he may be on?
This is the deal. I've only checked the list once. And you know, according to the song, I have to check it twice.
Okay.
So there's still a pretty good chance for you, Craig.
Well, thank you.
You work real hard.
That's fair.
I think I've tried to be a good boy this year, so I think I've made some improvements.
You've made a great effort.
Yeah.
I'm just messing
Thank
with
you.
him. He's done well.
Depends on the day.
Well.
Hey, the reason we're doing this, we've allowed kids to write in their wish list for the year. It used to be we used to write them in a letter and put them in the mail, and we'd have to wait. And people still do that, but the North Pole mailbox gets pretty busy this time of year, the post office up there.
It's the most up-to-date post office in the whole world because we handle a lot of letters this time of year.
I don't know how they do it. There's so much.
The magic of Christmas.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we've got a couple of letters for you today from local children, and I've put them on this page for you so you can read them, and we'll go right through those. The first one is from Libby.
Yes, 4-year-old Libby. Well, dear Santa, I would like a doll house and a new kitchen set. Love, Libby. Well, I think we can see what we can do about it, okay?
Isn't that nice?
That'll
Libby
work
lives
pretty
in
good.
Rockford, and I think she might be watching this morning.
Well,
so.
I hope you're watching, Libby. I'll see what I can do, okay? The second letter is from 8-year-old Bobby from Ellsworth. Hi, Santa. For Christmas this year, I would really like some Fortnite V-Bucks and an Optimus Prime toy and a dog like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Oo is still popular after all these years.
That was my favorite.
Yes, and the Fortnite and the Roblox, the Robux are very popular
That's
this
a
year.
video game thing, right?
Yes, it is. The Fortnite, they play with each other all over the world. The elves get kind of caught up in the off-season.
Do they?
So we have to bring them back a bit.
I don't blame them. Yeah.
He had a little addendum on here. It says, also, how many elves work at the North Pole? I bet it's a lot. Well, if you're betting it's a lot, you're correct. There are so many elves you can't even imagine.
I bet.
We just put up a brand new warehouse just for building Minecraft gear.
Really?
Oh, it's so busy up there.
They must work year-round, too, to get all this done.
Well, we will start on December 27th. We'll begin next year. We take 1 year and we sneak into a theme park somewhere in the middle of the night and we have a little bit of fun. But after that, it's back to work.
That's great.
So I've got a letter here from George down in Belfast. Dear Santa, I would like a new fishing pole and a robot dog and a PlayStation. I have been very good. Love, George.
Oh, that's nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now, the PlayStation is one of those things where we have to get together with Mom and Dad about those things because there's a lot to that.
There's a big gift there. Yeah.
But boy, a fishing pole, that's right down Santa's alley.
Yeah, right?
I do like to fish. So let me see what we can do with this. Thank you so much for taking the time to have these children write in. I really appreciate it.
So you'll take that back with you and you'll add it to your list?
I will do that, yes, and we'll see what we can do about getting these presents for these children.
All right. Well, we hope people will continue to write in with your letters. We'll see you again next week again.
I'll be here on Tuesday at the same time.
And we'll read some more. So send in those letters. And again, just visit our website at foxbangor.com. And it's pretty easy from there. Just click the box and fill it out.
On the right side.
On the right side. Look at that.
The right side.
Thank
you,
Santa, thank you so much for taking time to come in. I know you're a real busy guy these days, but it means a lot to us.
Well, I want to wish you once again a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, a few clouds have been developing in the eastern parts of the state, but otherwise we're looking pretty good out there. It will be a very nice day filled with a lot of sunshine, so if you have reasons to get outside, shouldn't be too bad. Maybe a little bit cool out there, but just have the winter coats ready to go, and you will be fine. High pressure is not too far away. That will keep us nice. There's a little bit of a front further down to the south, sending some snow chances in the parts of the northeast like New York and even in parts of Pennsylvania. That will leave us alone, though. We will be dry for the next few days, so with a lot of sunshine as well. Let's check it on the wave heights right now. They're around 2 to 6 feet according to the buoys out there. There was a small craft advisory in effect earlier this morning. That is being dropped as we speak, so we get to say goodbye to that one. But there might be more active weather on the way soon, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. So futurecast moving forward in the short term, not too bad. A lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. From time to time, we'll keep some clouds in the northern parts of the state tonight. But as we move ahead towards tomorrow, though, and even tonight and tomorrow for that matter, looking pretty good. Hardly any clouds, so we'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off for your Friday. A very beautiful day out there as well. And then maybe a few clouds on the way as we head towards Friday evening, and maybe a few more clouds again as we head towards Saturday morning as well. Longer term, though, here we are at Sunday, especially by Sunday afternoon or the evening. We're going to be watching for rain and some strong gusty winds. So there's even with some probabilities getting close to maybe 60-mile-per-hour winds in a few spots as we head towards Sunday night into parts of Monday. Look how stacked the pressure gradient is. We will need to keep an eye on this too as we head towards Sunday night into Monday. Decent chances for rain, maybe heavy rainfall as well as we head towards Monday morning, and maybe switching to a little bit of snow in the northern parts of the state before this thing gets out of here Monday night and the parts of Tuesday morning. Plenty of time to watch this, yeah, but we'll keep an eye on this as we do move forward. Appetite temperature is 37 degrees. We'll do upper 20s today, lower 30s Friday, upper 30s Saturday, and here we go, 50 Sunday into Monday, then the cool down Tuesday and Wednesday back into the 30s. So your forecast coming up for today, upper 20s, mostly sunny, northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, 7 degrees and a mostly clear sky, northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny, northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Already Joe's Market extended forecast, mostly cloudy on Saturday with highs in the upper 30s. Look at that warm up, lower 50s for you Sunday with a mostly cloudy sky, and rain and wind moving for the day on Monday with highs in the mid 50s.
PDQ Door presents CHI Doors. CHI Doors are tough, dependable, engineered for fit and function. CHI Doors from PDQ Door, Hamden, Rockport, Bath, Waterville, Holton, Presque Isle, and PDQDoor.com.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Or less. Christmas man.
From Santa Claus. You have won the game, ladies.
5 days a week. Bench. Park bench.
Yes! You're going home with $10,000.
Yes!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Always standing ready to answer the call to service. Service your garage door. PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Wikipedia just released its top 25 most viewed pages in 2023. On Tuesday, Wikimedia Foundation, the nonprofit behind the popular online encyclopedia, revealed that the site drew in more than 84 billion views so far this year. The nonprofit's data shows that some of the highest viewed pages are ChatGPT, Taylor Swift, Oppenheimer, Matthew Perry, and also deaths in 2023. Other notable searches include Barbie, Elon Musk, and Lionel Messi. Wikipedia says the results of this year's most viewed articles tell the story of society at large seeking out knowledge about our ever-changing world. It makes sense, too. People search for things that are of interest in that day.
I still would love to see the full list because that's fascinating to see what we're all looking up the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, though.
Who's Lionel Messi?
Soccer player.
Okay, there you go.
Iconic soccer player.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for joining us. Keep those letters to Santa Claus coming. He's going to be appearing here every Tuesday and Thursday, answering letters right up until the Christmas holiday. Yep. Great chance for local kids to have their names read on the air and communicate with Santa directly.
Right.
So
and
pretty neat.
anybody who doesn't get it read on air, I mean, we're going to try to post stuff online as well on our Instagram and Facebook pages. So there's room for everyone. And Santa will know, he'll see them, just if he doesn't read them on air, we're still gonna pass them on to him.
And once again, it's real easy too. Just visit our website at foxbangor.com, click on the little Santa box over there on the corner there, fill out the thing, and we'll do the rest.
It was easier. It's easier now than it was a week ago. We made it we have good production crews who work to make that easier for folks.
It's really neat too. And Santa's excited about it too.
Yeah,
so
we're all excited.
It's kind of neat.
We got to meet Santa.
I know.
That's so cool.
I know.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Yep. Okay. We're lucky. It's fun. Okay. You can tell I have the Christmas spirit, and it's
everybody's in a good mood right now. I love it. Everybody's kind of happy, including our director Evan, who I saw this morning coming down from the coffee shop upstairs, and he had a whole cup of whipped cream just overflowing. It was like a giant ice cream cone.
It reminded me of Elf.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Will Ferrell's character in Elf.
Well, he looked like a kid on Christmas morning. He had a big smile. I'm like, you gonna enjoy that whipped cream
and
there, buddy?
he lied and told us, there's a soft serve machine upstairs, and I believed him.
He swears there was a little coffee under there. I think it was all whipped cream, though.
We're all out of time. Have a good day.
Have a great day, folks.